I realized that I used to lump it together with how people kind of treated me, because I know it was a social disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of compared it to how people were treating me.
Okay.
But now I kind of realize those are two very separate things.
Okay.
Got it?
Finally. Yes. Goodness gracious.
Awesome.
That was... Sorry about the delay there. Here, have you gotten one of my cards yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you can go ahead and take that. So information on there about my channel. So you can find me on YouTube at Navigate with Nate. I'm Nate.
Be surprised if you weren't.
All right, that would be kind of weird. Be a weird name for a channel. And then on the back, there's some more information about what I'm doing, which is something called street epistemology. And it's about having these conversations with people in a way that we can explore a belief and kind of figure out the reasons behind why somebody believes something, but in a way that's not an argument, it's not a fight, it's not combative, that sort of thing. So the idea is to be respectful and for us both to feel positive about it at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So like I said, I'm Nate. What's your name?
Name's Jacob.
Jacob?
Yep.
With the C?
Yep.
Cool. And Jacob, what brings you to the park today?
I like wandering around here. It's fun. I also met with my therapist here today.
Oh, okay.
Earlier.
Cool.
Yeah, I walked around a bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's, I mean, just walking around the park and being outside a nice day, I mean, that can kind of be therapy on its own, too, huh?
Yeah.
Do you generally feel like you feel better?
I love being
after
outside,
being here?
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
get too often a chance to come out here.
Yeah.
Always either too hot, too rainy, or I'm working.
On a day like today, it's too smoky, but we're here anyway, right? So that wildfire smoke coming down, but you can see the haze
Yes.
off in the distance, but it hasn't really been bothering me that bad. I don't know, has it bothered you much, like the smoking?
Honestly, not really.
Okay, that's good. I feel
No,
like if I'm
not
not here
again.
too long, I might, but
Then again, I'm a pyromaniac, so I'm probably used to smoke.
you enjoy that anyway. All right, cool. Well, Jacob, I know you've been waiting for a little bit. So have you gotten some time to kind of think about a particular belief that you have, something you think is true that you would like to explore?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what is it?
I don't think autism should be a disease that needs to be cured. Like,
Okay.
I don't like the fact that it's even called a disease in the first place.
Okay, autism is not a disease. Is it called? Do people call it a disease or do people call it a disorder? Those are slightly different terms, I think.
I've heard people use it like this, like it means the same thing.
Okay. Well, we could just put autism is not a disease/disorder.
I mean,
To be treated, like to be cured, or
that should be like cured.
okay. Maybe we could just say. Would it
Like,
be
you
better?
can-
Would it
you
be
can,
better
like-
maybe just to say autism doesn't need to be cured?
Yeah.
Would that be better? Maybe we can just that way we don't have to worry about disease versus disorder. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Autism does not need to be cured. Sound good?
Maybe shouldn't should be a better word.
Should not be cured?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure that we're phrasing it in a way that feels good to you.
Yeah, I'm bad with words.
That's all right. I'm not that great with them either, and I interview people. So
Sometimes I say something and I mean something else.
okay. Okay, so autism should not be cured. So that is the belief that you have.
Yep.
So first of all, when we're talking about autism, what all do you mean by autism, or
So autism spectrum disorder.
yeah?
I have it.
Okay.
I'm high functioning.
Mm-hmm.
Before they lumped it together, it was Asperger's, I think.
Yeah, I've heard those. I've heard
Yeah.
those together before.
Yeah. So
You have it, and what does it mean for you to be somebody who has autism? Like, what all is encompassed in autism?
Well, I like to move a lot.
Okay.
I've rocked. If I'm just not focusing on anything, that's all I do.
Okay. So there's like some physical emotions.
Yeah,
that it's
it's hard to listen to people without
Okay.
actually focusing on someone. And I don't know, eye contact, I don't prefer it, but then again, I don't get super uncomfortable if someone stares at me.
Okay. If it's easier for me to
I'm
not
okay,
look,
I'm okay.
All right. Just want to make sure that I'm
I just know
making sure you're comfortable. So
a good, like, an autism symptom is people hate eye contact.
okay,
I'm not too much one of those people.
gotcha. Doesn't
I'm
bother you much.
also horrible at social skills.
Okay.
I don't get sarcasm at all. I don't get subtlety.
Okay.
If you want to tell me to do something, don't suggest it.
So would you describe it as mostly difficulty with social interactions?
Yeah, it's a social disorder.
Okay, gotcha. And then the other part of your belief is that it should not be cured. So what do you think it would mean if somebody says that we should cure autism? What do you think they're meaning when they say curing autism?
Like, so it's kind of like, many people think of autism as like a stupidity disorder when it's not.
Okay.
When
yeah.
I don't like telling people I'm autistic too much because they'll assume that
Oh.
as soon as I tell someone I'm autistic, they immediately think I have like an IQ of 50 or something.
Okay.
So
So there are a lot of like incorrect assumptions people have about autism.
yeah, and that usually gets lumped together with trying to cure it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know how anyone would cure it.
Okay.
But lost my train of thought for a
Yeah.
second.
No, that's okay.
But it's more like,
Yeah. Is there maybe
I think it's more of a part of who you are, and if you try to cure it, you're losing a part of yourself.
okay.
It's not like what's another disorder? Back pain.
Okay.
Where if you cure back pain, you aren't losing a part of yourself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, autism is different in that it's not necessarily that it's a problem that we need to make go away. It's like part of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess maybe that could be the belief that we kind of explore, because it sounds like that's kind of the main reason you're saying it shouldn't be cured. Autism should not be cured because it's just part of who I am, right? So how confident are you that, autism, is different than like, maybe back pain or like, some other disease or something like that, right? That it's not a disease, it's not a disorder, it's just part of who you are. How confident would you say you are that that's true, that it's integral to Jacob as a person?
I get more confident every year, to be honest.
Okay.
I used to hate it, but it was more of how other people treated me once I told them.
Gotcha.
Like, you could tell their change. Like, I didn't like it.
Okay. How did people treat you when they would find out?
Oh, usually, like, sometimes they try to talk simpler
Oh, okay.
or slow down.
Gotcha. Because they're
Ow.
like you were talking about, like maybe there's that assumption that like maybe you're not that smart or something like that.
Treat me special.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
like treat me special.
Gotcha.
Like I'm a special case or something.
Okay. Do you think are there certain things though that people who don't have autism should do for people with autism? Is there are there any like social things that somebody who is aware should try to do, or should they just treat you totally normal like anybody like anybody else? Sorry, normal is not the right word. Should they treat you just like anybody else, or like are there certain things that somebody could do that you would appreciate?
Well, yeah, don't try to. Yeah, treat them mostly like someone who isn't autistic, but if they tell you, like, I'm bad at social skills and I'm not good at sarcasm, like, I know it could be hard, but try try to be like straightforward.
Okay.
So, but don't like try to, I don't know what the right word is.
Yeah. So be accommodating, but not like talking down to you or
Yeah,
patronizing.
talking
that
down,
kind of
that's what I
thing.
mean.
Yeah, okay. So there might be certain ways that, people can make life easier for somebody who has autism, but they're not some of the things that you've had happen, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's a spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So those people who like have it worse than me, it's like it's a big old spectrum. So everyone's different.
Right. Yeah.
So don't lump it all together.
Okay.
That's another main thing that people have done, is they think of it as a single thing, and they usually think of it as the more severe cases.
Gotcha. So maybe people should treat people with autism as individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe do the things that individual might appreciate, right? Like for you, trying to avoid sarcasm, or maybe just being a little bit more forgiving or understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say those would be good moves? But then there might be somebody else who also has autism, but it's kind of very different, but it's all lumped together, and maybe they would need to be treated in some other different way.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I repeat back what I'm hearing so that I make sure that I'm understanding you properly.
Yeah, you are.
All right. And then that gives you an opportunity to correct anything that I've misunderstood. So if at any point it sounds like I'm misunderstanding you, please don't hesitate to correct me if I'm wrong about something.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. All right. So kind of sounds like, if I were to kind of summarize, autism should not be cured because it's a part of who you are. Mm-hmm. And so you don't want to be treated special necessarily, but there are certain things people can do, to make life a little bit easier or get along and communicate better with you. But that's going to be different for you than it might be for somebody else who has autism. Everybody should just treat you as an individual, right? Mm-hmm. And I should just know, well, Jacob, this is just part of who he is. And so if I'm talking to Jacob, I just got to make sure that I'm, being really straightforward and not be sarcastic and be kind of understanding and forgiving if he doesn't understand something or communicates a little bit differently.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, you got it.
Awesome. All right. So you kind of talked about how your relationship or the way you think about your autism or this part of your personality, right, has changed. You said you used to hate it, but now you don't. Why do you think that is?
It was more, I realized that I used to lump it together with how people kind of treated me, because I know it was a social disorder. Mm-hmm. So I kind of compared it to how people were treating me.
Okay.
But now I kind of realize those are two very separate things. Like,
yeah, so who you are as a person
and how
the people treat you
perceive
are different.
Yeah.
All right. So you actually, when you were younger, maybe you kind of internalized that and made you upset with yourself.
Oh yeah.
Whereas really, it's not necessarily a problem with you. It's a problem with how other people were treating you. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's not everyone. I'm not saying everyone.
Well, right, yeah. But sometimes, right?
Yeah, a good number.
Okay. So you feel like maybe now you kind of accept yourself more for who you are? Mm-hmm. And how do you deal with people who treat you poorly now?
To be honest, I don't really get upset. I just go with it.
Okay.
I just act who I am.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's...
I don't try to correct them or anything.
Gotcha.
I don't want to... I'm not a fan of confrontation, so I try to avoid it at all costs, even if that's not really a good thing.
Okay, yeah.
So I just kind of tolerate it.
Gotcha.
And I can
there-
kind of see people tolerating with like green, it's okay to continue.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
It's more about just maybe being a little bit more thick-skinned and mentally tough. Is it that kind of thing where you're like, you know what, I know who I am, and
kind of more like you don't really care.
okay.
Like, that's what you think of me, okay?
Uh-huh.
I know who I am.
Right. So you got more self-confidence now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you feel like
Yeah,
that's
it took a while.
do you feel like you're at in a better like emotional and mental health space now than you were before?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, not 100% there yet, but I'm definitely getting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So, well, you know, that's life's a journey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Do you have any questions for me?
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say about this topic, about autism and what it's like, or what it's like to have autism, or any message for anybody out there? Anybody out there who might be watching?
Oh. Gotta think for a second.
That's okay. Take your time.
I lose my train of thought sometimes.
Yeah, no,
I hate it.
That's pretty good. I mean, I feel like you've already, you know, been a pretty good advocate for yourself and for other autistic people in the interview already. So
Yeah, I try to be.
cool.
Just
Yeah. I guess.
just the main thing is
Yeah.
it's a communication disorder, not a stupidity.
Like it's
disorder.
not an intellectual disorder.
Not intellectual.
It's okay.
It's
yeah.
a communication. And a lot of people like to lump that together.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not that you're dumber than people. You just
Don't
you
understand.
think differently than other people.
Sometimes I
right?
don't understand the way people talk.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm dumber
Right.
than everyone else.
Cool.
And I think that's the main takeaway.
Awesome.
That it's more of a communication issue than anything else.
All right.
Hope I'm not repeating myself.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Well, Jacob, those are all the questions I have for you. So thanks for sitting down for an interview.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Yeah, good to meet you as well. Maybe I'll see you around the park some other time on a nice day. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll hopefully be back here a couple more times during the summer here. So.
Should I get it?
Oh yeah, you're all good. All right.
All right.
Cool. Well, thanks. I really enjoyed that chat.
Thank you.